What's up, guys? How you doing? I've needed to do this video for a while. My problem has been, I have been, let's just say, August, September has been insane for me, and I've not been doing a good job. I've not been doing a job at all at following up on your comments, and you guys are so amazing with all your comments, your questions, and everything. And I need to get to them. I've read some of them. I haven't read all of them, and I've responded to very few. So I thought, you know, this might be a good opportunity this morning. It's very early. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I've been up for about an hour. So I thought, you know, this might be a good opportunity. I went back actually like a full month because there is a couple of different things that that were from way back that I just needed to answer. So let's go ahead and just do that. When I say that, this is September 19th, the morning of September 19th when I'm doing this. But first thing I want to throw out there, so there was a comment from Southernmost Stitcher, was the first one I wanted to mention, that she found a old PDF of Yankee Stadium from Mystic Stitch. I think I Googled that and I saw that, and it was really neat. I would, as a sports fan, I would love so much if somebody would actually do, hello Ronnie Rowe, if somebody would actually do like all of the, you know, baseball stadiums and football stadiums and things like that. I think there's a market out there for, you know, stitchers, and certainly if you're trying to get like more guys involved in stitching, I think that's a great way to do it. But you might have to get some sort of licensing approval, potentially. I'm not really sure, but that might be something to do. So, all right, let's just kind of start rolling through here. It's funny because you can tell like what I talked about in the video based upon, you know, what people are commenting on. So first of all, I want to say this. First of all, second of all, whatever of all, Sharon, you were like my biggest fan. And, well, I shouldn't say biggest fan, I just say biggest supporter. You're always commenting so much, and especially on the blog and everything, and it does mean a lot to me, and it's something that I may not always write like a detailed response, but I always read it, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. That's pretty awesome. Brenda D is down in the Springs. Hey Brenda, how you doing? That's awesome. Let's see here. I had to put the dogs up this morning because it's so early that I don't know who they're barking at, but somebody must be occasionally, or some people or whatever, occasionally must be walking down the sidewalk, and they just go crazy every time they see somebody go by. So I had to put them up. And also, when I start talking like this, this is why I don't film with the dogs out downstairs, because they think I'm talking to them. They get all excited, and they just want to know what's going on. Bailey is the only one that's out, and I think she just got up on my chair again up front. There are some questions that I get fairly frequently, and I don't really answer consistently. Happy Ray asked me if, do I leave my hoops on all the time? Do I take them off when I'm not working on a piece? I almost always leave the hoops on. I've not had issues with like permanent hoop marks. I've also not had issues with damaging the actual fabric itself. So, you know, I'm not sure what it takes to do something like that, because I do tighten everything really tightly. But, I mean, I have, you know, at least a half a dozen different projects that I'm doing at any one time. So I have to have, you know, I have to have the hoops in. I just have to. And that's why I kind of stop taking them out whenever, taking the hoops off when I do the weekly updates, because it's just waste time for me, and every stitch counts. Every stitch counts, right? Let's see here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just reading, just trying to figure out like which questions I want to ask. Which questions I want to answer. I'm picking up where I left off last night. When you guys see the video when it comes out, I hope to get this one out today, and then the weekly update tomorrow. But my English was not good. It looks like English is a second language sometimes. Lori Grifford, I hope I pronounced that right. You comment a lot. Thank you so much, Sharon. I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but it just looks like worm. Sharon Worm. Sharon, is that German? You're my blues fan. You're my fellow blues fan. And we're getting so close to the season, but thanks for commenting all the time. I really, really appreciate that. Oh man, Megan Reese gave me a great comment that said that getting highlighter out of your fabric, use a Tide pen. I'm gonna have to try that. That's gonna be awesome. I know I'm gonna miss some things that I would like to talk about. You guys can see behind me my little stitching organizational thing over there. I did a tiny little video, and I'm gonna put it at the end of this video. But I talk about that organizational system, and I have I'll have links, below the video if it's something that you think you might want to do. It's great for organization of any kind, as you can see. Let's see here. I love how I'm constantly getting new people joining the channel. It's so awesome. It's funny how you can be I've probably been doing this now. I've been doing this for over a year and a half. I have over 100 videos. My alarm just went off. I love it when I get up and I'm an hour plus into something and then my alarm goes off. I've become such an early riser. My husband is an amazingly, he's been at work for an hour already, so he's a ridiculous early riser, and he's converted me, which you get so much more done when you get up this early. You really do. All right, so I had to, but yeah, anyway. Let's see here. Hey, Carolyn Zook, you found my channel. That's awesome. Thank you. Welcome to the ridiculousness that is my cross stitch sometimes. Oh, everybody's commenting on the frogging that I did on occasion with some of the pieces we've talked about, but do any of you guys do I don't know how to do video capture on actually on the screen, but I would love to do that sometimes, because it would be really cool to do a video where I just take you to some different sites that I look at for videos. Sorry, not videos, that I look at for projects, and just show you what I look at, just to see if you guys are always giving me great ideas for, hey, have you seen this site? And that's how I get new projects. But it'd be cool to do that. Hey, Magdalena, you comment so much. I love it. That's awesome. How you doing? I hope you're still stitching tons. Oh, Carolyn lives in Oregon. I think, Magdalena, did you tell me that you lived in, was it Asia? I want to say it was Korea, but I might have that wrong, and I apologize for that. Sorry, I'm just hearting a lot of things as I read them. I do read everything. I don't just flip through and just click on them. I read it. Oh man, people are ordering Ronnie Rowe when they get it in. They get so excited, and I'm super excited too. It's pretty awesome. So Tammy Folse, about a month ago, you got in your Ronnie Rowe, and super excited for you as well. And it looks like you're excited. It is a lot of fun to do that. Cross Stitch Addict, you comment a lot too. How you doing? It's a good deal. Good deal. If I don't mention you on this particular video, don't worry. It's not that I didn't read it. It's just that I can't. I don't think I can mention every single person because there's a lot of you guys. It's so awesome. I love the people. I get a fair number of comments that people are like, I don't cross stitch. I just listen to you as you cross stitch, and you just, what you talk about. And it's kind of funny because I do that with other people. I have a lot of different interests and stuff. Sometimes I just like listening to people talk about whatever they're talking about, even though I may not understand what it is. It's just, I don't know, it's soothing in a way for some people. So Priyanka, thank you very much for watching my videos, even though you don't cross stitch. I think that is absolutely amazing. Let's see here. You guys always ask, like, how can I talk for an entire hour while I'm stitching for the Stitch With Me videos? And I talk all the time. Talk all the time. Like, it's a running commentary. It's either up here or I just blah, 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 blah. My husband just laughs at me sometimes because I'm just like blah, 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 blah. Pat Burton, using Q-snaps. She hasn't used, you haven't used hoops. Wow, you stitch freehand. That's crazy. And crazy meaning incredible, because I can't do that. Q-snaps. You started using Q-snaps. I tried Q-snaps. I think my videos in 2018, earlier in 2018, show me trying to use Q-snaps, and it just never worked for me. And the reason why it didn't work for me was just because my projects are already so large that when you add in like a 1/2 inch, like little PVC pipe all the way around, it adds to the weight, believe it or not, and it adds to just the bulk of what I'm actually stitching on. And for me, it just didn't feel good. So I think I just tossed everything. We might have used it for the bees. It's hard to say. Sandy. Sandy's always commenting. How you doing, Sandy? Thank you so much for all your comments and your encouragement. It's awesome. Hey, oh my gosh, Brenda, you asked me this question like a month ago, and I hope you're like already so far into this. My how to do large cross stitch video that I did last December, I think, I still get tons of questions on it, and I try to answer them quicker than some things, but her question is, she's starting her first large full coverage project on 18 count Ada. She's asking 1 or 2 strands of floss, and I would always say 2 strands of floss for almost everything. If how do I say this? You'll get better coverage and it'll look nicer, but also your pattern, your information with your pattern will be very specific when they recommend just 1 strand of floss. And that is usually, in my experience, that has been when I've done more delicate work on, say, linen. That is the stitches are a lot tinier, especially when you're doing like script or text or something like that. So that is something that it'll be very specific. So you should always do 2. And I've had a couple people that talk about how if they're doing 14 count, they're using 3 strands of floss. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would there be anything wrong with that? You stitch the way you want to stitch. But I think that you just do whatever looks good to you. And sometimes, especially when you're first starting out or you're trying something new with cross stitch, just try it. You don't have to always listen to what everybody else says. Do it the way you think it should be done, and see what it looks like, because sometimes you never know. You might come up with a brand new thing and we're all going, oh wow, I'm going to do that now. So, alright, I apologize for that one video that I did that was like, I think it was upside down or to the side, the Stitch With Me. I had no idea. I had no idea it was like that. It didn't look that way to me, so I apologize for that. That would be really annoying. All right, let me just type this back to Brenda about that question. Hopefully she'll find this. Hopefully she's either watching or she'll get this message. Whoa, come on, computer, work. All right, I kind of like this. I kind of like answering your questions like this. This is kind of fun. I definitely can get into more detail, and I think it helps a lot more people because you guys may not actually read the comments, but you may have the same questions. So. So I think that's cool. I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll do this as a, I don't know, every so often just do this just to, talk to you guys. There are different video channels out there. Plenty of them answer questions like as they do their updates, and which is pretty cool, which is pretty nice, but I'm not that organized, guys. Just not. Holy cow, that is cool. I'm gonna have to go subscribe to this person. Rita Marie's Stitching Adventure. That sounds like a cool channel. She has over 500 subscribers. That is very, very cool. Oh, that's cool. She said what she misses the most in watching Stitch With Me videos is you're watching someone stitch, and then probably what they've done is they've either paused the video or they've stopped the video and they start stitching again, and then they forget to put the video back on, and that happens to me sometimes. And suddenly they've stitched a couple rows off camera, and you're like, man, I really wanted to watch that. And believe it or not. And so yeah, so Rita Marie, I'm definitely going to do that project where I go everything start to finish. I'm feeling like ridiculously motivated. I'm going to talk about that later, but Sue King. Oh man, I get multiple comments on people saying that they don't think that Boba Fett's going to work out for me. It's not going to fit on the fabric. I've got to look at that because you guys are right about that. It doesn't look right, does it? I don't know what's going on with that particular project. Boy, would that stink if I had to start over. I would totally start over. I would. All right. I gotta. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny if that's the case. I don't get mad about that stuff. I used to, but I'm like, every stitch counts, right? No matter if even if it's the wrong stitch, it still counts. You guys are so right. It's gonna be too short. Oh my goodness. All right. Angela Springett, or it's probably Springett, commented on loving my husband's enthusiasm and encouragement. I love my husband's enthusiasm and encouragement too. I wouldn't be doing this channel if it wasn't for him. And he watches all my videos and he loves it. And his parents, my in-laws, also watch all my videos. My father-in-law Chuck is big, huge fan, and I think that is amazing. My mom watches them too, and so outside of that, I really, you know what, I've told a few people that I do this, but for the most part, my friends and other members of my family don't know that I do this because they, it's cross stitch isn't for them, and the few people that I have told, they're like, what? You do, like, you talk about cross stitch all the time? And people are interested in that? Those are people that also, I love them, but they don't watch YouTube, and all my entertainment comes from YouTube outside of cross stitch. But talking so much, my throat's getting dry. All right, where are we going here? Where are we going? All right, let's find some more. Good deal, good deal. Frankie Easter, you comment a lot too. Thank you so much for commenting. You always pop up, I think, on just about every video, and I do, like I said, I appreciate that very much. You're happy about fall coming. Oh, today is theoretically the last day in like the upper 80s. That's what I'm hoping for. And then it's like 70s and stuff. It's going to be amazing. Oh man. Okay, I am so going to butcher this name. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Jackie Tuttle. I think it's Jackie. That's a cool way to spell Jackie. Jacqui. That's awesome. Where did I get Dog's Drool? I believe... Is Dog's Drool... I'm going to get this wrong. I remember I was at a stitching shop, my local stitching store here in Denver, and we were looking at My Big Toe designs. Is it a My Big Toe design? I don't think I have it like right here. Do I have it right here? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I showed the pattern. Don't show the pattern. Yeah, it's a My Big Toe design. Very cool. Let's see if there's a website. mybigtoedesigns.com. MY big TOE designs.com. Yeah, I mean they do so much amazing stuff. I really like them. And they tell you kind of what fabric they would recommend. They tell you what frames they like. It's really cool all the way around. So there you go. I thought it was My Big Toe. I need to get back in there and look at some more about My Big Toe stuff. Although I think I have like 3 projects from those guys that I still have to do. Wait a minute. Where was I wanted to write that. Okay, there it is. I wanted to write that comment back out to Jackie. My big toe designs. All right. Sorry that I talk so fast. I have a fly buzzing around. Oh, thanks. Okay. Angela had a question about what died. I talk fast. I'm so sorry I talk so fast sometimes. It's just what I do. All right, we're going to spin up. Awesome. You guys love Ronnie Rowe. I'm telling you, Ronnie Rowe is so much fun to do. It is so much fun to do. I love Susan Hoey. Love the adventures of Bailey the dog. I could write a book. My husband wants me to write books later in life about my adventures as a veterinarian and the dogs and everything. And I do seem to have some crazy things happen at times, and it would be pretty funny, I think. I hope it would. All right. Man, it really sounds like I gotta get started on this complete start to end. I gotta come up with a name for the series, but I need to do a complete start to end. Hoji Scott, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. New subscriber a few weeks back. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep on rolling. Lady R's new subscriber. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. It's funny how like it just, you know, people were like, it never popped up until now. That's just YouTube's algorithm, what they decide to show you, what they decide not to, and it's just how it is. I think it's good because it doesn't give you everything that you might want all at once. It trickles it out to you over time. So that's how like I'm able to find a channel that I've never seen before that I love. Like I gotta tell you, I started watching this guy. This is the kind of crazy things that I watch on YouTube. I started watching a cobbler, and when I say that, I mean a guy that fixes shoes, not like a baking product in an oven or something like that. But I was watching him restore these really gorgeous leather like boots or shoes. No, they were shoes, and I never really watched anybody like repair shoes like that before. It was really fascinating. So now I've subscribed to like 3 different cobbler channels, and I'm like 100% totally like gonna watch more videos. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, YouTube. All right, yeah. Let me comment on a video, please. Amanda Williams comments all the time. How you doing, Amanda? A couple weeks ago, she said, "Oh darn, you got to go back to the stitching shop. That's too bad." That's awesome. Hey, Super Peace Rose, did you get Music Teacher's House from Ronnie Rowe? I hope you did, because that was the first cross stitch I did from Ronnie Rowe, was Music Teacher's House, because I loved the look of it. Oh wow, I love it when you guys send me links of stuff. Caddy Sue Cats. I stopped playing that Facebook game Tribes because apparently it was sending notifications out to everybody on Facebook, and I was not very happy to hear that because I thought I had blocked that. So I'm now hooked on the medical hospital management game, 2 Point Hospital, which is just ridiculous because I manage my hospital. That's what I do all day long. And then I come home and I play a game that I do that. But it's, yeah, that's just how I am. Sorry, I'm just reading as I'm going. I saw something and I wanted to check out the link. But if I check out the link, well, I guess I'll come back. I'll just have to find it. All Hail the Queen. Queen bee cross stitch pattern. That's pretty cool. Oh, the struggle is real. That's neat. So this is a peacockandfig.com. It's a beautiful site. It's a beautiful site. I'm not sure if I would necessarily do these particular projects, but they're gorgeous. That's it. So when I did God Save the Queen, it definitely was Annie B's folk art. And Annie B's folk art on Etsy. So I love God Save the Queen. That I did that, you know, if you've been following for a while, I finished that earlier this year. And of all the things that Annie Bees has on her site, this is like brilliant. And so, I mean, she's got great stuff, but I mean, you know, if you can have something so amazing as like what she did, so good, so good. I should link that. I don't know if you guys want it. If you ever want that pattern, just let me know. Yeah, we'll see here. Hold on just a second. All right. Had to get a drink. I didn't want to get a drink and leave the thing. Oh. You know, I don't think about regifting my patterns once I finish them, and the biggest reason for that is, for the most part, is I can't afford to buy a pattern. The only ones that have been really expensive in terms of patterns, Old World Map 2, Golden Kite was expensive, but I mean, be perfectly honest with you, it's a lifetime project. So I mean, it was like 80 bucks. I mean, what's the fractions of a penny per month that I'm going to get out of, you know, as far as just how much it actually truly costs. And Gecko Rouge was more expensive, and I wish that wasn't as expensive because, like I said, their work is beautiful. It is totally beautiful, but it is more expensive than your average pattern. But I don't regift patterns primarily because I think that it hurts the sales for that particular person, and I think that I have no idea like what somebody who creates patterns or sells patterns on a store of some kind, like if they make a lot of money or not, or even just a reasonable living. I just can't think that it's necessarily like a lot. So I'm not going to be like regifting something to somebody because of that. So, okay. I like the name Go Ask Alice for Tea. There's a story behind that, right? That's awesome. Okay, let's zip, 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 zip. I'm getting into a big section where I actually I had gone through, and for whatever reason, like I commented on a lot of stuff, so I'm going to be able to jump ahead to about 2 weeks ago. The Bears. Oh man, I got to go through and count between Bruins and the Bears. Oh, nice. So, Lee DeWitt, you're also a frequent commenter. Thank you for commenting. Just reading your comment about how you have influenced 2 friends to get back into cross stitch, and they both chose full coverage pieces to jump into. I think that's amazing. I love full coverage pieces. I love everything, but it's awesome. Full coverage is very, very cool. All right, where are we? Eileen Clayman, you're a Rangers fan. It's gonna be. Is it gonna be a rough year? I don't think it's gonna be a rough year. You guys got who'd you guys get? What's the guy's name? The defense guy that played for the Blues and then now he's playing. I can see his face. I just can't come up with his name. Your comments about the hockey players is cracking me up. Oh man, you guys are you're awesome. You're so supportive. I love it. That's really cool. Okay. Amanda Williams, do you buy complete kits or buy things separate? I usually buy things separate. That was sort of the epiphany for me when I got into cross stitch over 10 years ago. Was I started with little kits because I just need something manageable and small, and I needed for somebody to give me everything because I didn't know what else to do. But when I discovered that I could buy a pattern online and then kit it out myself, that became that's a little dangerous because sometimes it's more fun to kit things out than it is sometimes to stitch it. But I've done it both ways. Obviously, Gecko Rouge is a complete kit. But everything else I think was done separate. Betty Hankins. I'm not much of a sports fan. I like racing. Racing sports? Just a different kind of sport. One could say watching someone cross-stitch is a sport. You know? Cool. Hey, Layla Stone, thanks for answering a question and getting back to Amanda on the marking pen. The marking pen that I use for gridding. I have links to it in different videos, but I also have it on my little Amazon product page. It's just easier to put together a product page that I use and just say, hey, the stuff I use is on this, which is pretty cool. Oh man, Kelly Bell, hey, how you doing? You lost 2 dogs in July to cancer. You have a great vet whose name is Jessica. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So sorry that you lost 2 dogs like that. It is one of those things that sadly you see it all the time. It's like a I don't know why, but it just seems like sometimes if you have older dogs, like if I have a client that has dogs and they lose one, like sometimes they lose the other one fairly quickly after the first, and I don't know why. I don't know why that happens. It's just crazy. Mrs. Hercules got the Chicago Bears pattern. Go Bears. Okay. Where do I get pre-gridded cloth? I actually purchased that when I was at a stitching shop. I'm pretty sure you can probably just Google it and see if you can find it. But if you want it, you can actually just a stitching shop. I'll link it below. But you can call them, and if you specifically want a certain amount of fabric on pre-gridded with pre-gridded stuff in there, they have it. So if you want a custom size, Priyanka, I'm going to actually, you know what, let me just go ahead and link you to a stitching shop. Christine will take care of you. Christine and the fine ladies at a stitching shop. I need to get back to you guys. I still need to get there. I hope this is not too late for Priyanka in terms of the fabric that she needs. Alright, there's a reply. Holy cow, it's like 7:15. How long is this video? I have no idea. I hope you guys don't mind this too much. Oh, to be purple. That is a cool name. You're also doing Stormtrooper with me. That is awesome. I kind of hope that you beat me to the end. I really do. That would be cool. I'd love to see it before I actually see it. You know, before I actually see it on my stuff. Oh, Laura Tyler is a San Jose Shark fan. I knew that. You mentioned that last season. Thank you for wishing the Blues luck this year. Man, you guys just got what's his name? Oh, I'm like, really? He went there? I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but it's that dude. That was pretty funny. Carol Withrow, is it? I think it's Withrow. To use DMC or anchor threads. I always use DMC on every project. I've never used anchor. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's just how all my projects have been. So I've never used anchor. I don't even know how it feels. I'm sure it feels pretty similar, but anyway. Wait. Elisa Collier. Hello, fellow Coloradoan, fellow cross stitcher. All right. Stitching Button wants me to do a Philadelphia pattern. I'm not doing the Eagles, and I'm not doing the Flyers. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's cool. You got some of Ronnie Rowe's ship designs. That is awesome. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. You guys are just so encouraging. It's so amazing. I'm just like running through and just hearting these comments that are just so sweet. Louisa Sharp, I hope you're making good progress on your Halloween piece. That is awesome. Oh man, you live in Scotland. That's awesome. I want to go to Scotland someday. My husband and I would love to do the, like, just go check it out someday. Scotland, Ireland, that kind of thing. But it'll be sometime in the future before we would do something like that. Nina Hoppy Site, you always comment. Betty Ulan, am I saying that right? Ulan? You comment so much. Thank you so much. And again, if I don't mention you, it's not because I haven't read your comments many times, every time. It's just, I can't mention everybody all the time. And I'm sorry about that. Because, I mean, honestly, this would be like a 3-hour-long video. And maybe you'd want one like that. Who knows? I like that. Oh, wow. Rabbit Trail Stitching has, wow, almost 2,000 subscribers. That's awesome. I'm not sure if I've seen any of your videos. I got to go and subscribe to you. That's cool. Just bumping up, guys. Ooh, I'm getting close. I'm like a week away now. I like the YouTube channel. You have a good point. That's pretty awesome. So where's the question? Serger. Do I have a serger? You know, I have a serger, but I kind of broke it, and so I haven't gotten it fixed. I haven't done it. And nowadays, I just literally have a stitching shop. I always serge my stuff whenever I buy the fabric. I don't think well, that's weird. I'm just looking at my case, my phone in my case. I think it's just anyway. All right, I'm being dumb. But can one buy pre-serged fabrics? Absolutely. If you go to a stitching shop or stitchingshop.com and order your fabric through them, and you give them the dimensions and everything, your stuff comes serged, and it's nicely serged. Not like my serging. Some of my serging is pretty bad. Everybody's loving the Ronnie Rowe that got finished. Woot, woot, woot. Love it myself. You guys are just so sweet. I'm racing through to the end here because I need to finish getting ready and get to work early this morning. Wednesdays I usually try to get in kind of early and get some more stuff done. Moogie Brady. You ordered a couple of Ronnie Rowe patterns too. That is awesome. Is Moogie your name? Is like your real name? Because I love that name. That's awesome. Well, I have a dog named Doogie, so, so I like that. You guys are always thanking me for making the videos. I love making the videos. I love stitching, and they're becoming one and the same to me. Susan Hoey, and I think I mentioned this in one of the other videos I just did. Can I show how I highlight as I work through the grids? I can't. And I think I mentioned that in my last Stitch With Me because it's copyrighted, or it's password protected. And it's not password protected. It's not the right thing to do to show a pattern, because it's kind of like, I don't know. It's not couth. I don't know. There's a better way of saying it. there's going to be somebody that's going to comment on this video and explain it in better terms than I can. I love it when somebody comments on a really old video. Angela Springett is commenting on FlossTube 4. That's a lot of FlossTubes ago, back when I didn't know what I was doing and I was showing all my projects and stuff. And it was back talking about when I submitted one of my projects for the county fair and came in 3rd. And I was like, really? I mean, I'm not saying the other projects were good, but anyway, I got over myself. I don't need to have it judged in that way. I don't have the time to drive down there and submit it and then go back and get it afterwards. And I do worry that something might happen to it when it's there. I know that it's like, it should be safe, but Lakeside Needlecraft UK. Louisa Sharp, Lakeside Needlecraft UK. Gonna have to look at that. Diana Zaslow is also asking, how do I keep the marks out of the hoop, or marks off the projects in the hoops? You know, that I don't, like when you know what I said, it's like one of my first questions that I answered. I don't know. I don't know, like, why when I keep a project in a hoop for months on end, why it doesn't leave a permanent mark. It's just, once the fabric softens up enough, the marks go away. And if you wash it or soak it in water or whatnot, they just go away. It's amazing. Tammy Neal asked me, do I ever change colors of floss on a project? Rarely, if ever. Really rarely, if ever. I try to go by the designer's recommendations. I don't think I have. Although, wouldn't it be cool to do a Ronnie Rowe not in black, but like in some other solid color? That would be pretty sweet. Or you could even do it like, do one section in one color and then another section in another color, and it's kind of collage it. That would be neat. I hadn't even thought about that before. That's pretty cool. Hold on, I gotta respond to Tammy Neal. Saying I just answered your questions on my latest video, answering the one where I answer questions. But I think I can just paste. Yeah, there we go. For all my fabric needs. And every time I go into the store, and I haven't been in a while, but every time I go in, they're like, you send all these people over to us. We thank you for that. And they're awesome. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, you support the people who are doing good work. Liana, I'm a crazy stitcher. I am a crazy stitcher. Oh, that's cool. If I need a topic for my next Stitch With Me video, could you tell us how you decide which project to stitch on any given day, and when you decide it's time to stop and start working on a different one? I think I'm going to save that for my next Stitch With Me video, because that's a long topic to talk about. That's a great question, and I will answer that. Yeah, so Pamela Nestler is excited about the Scarlet Quince project. The one that I've started already, the New York one, or the Greenwich Village one. She's talking about how she bought the pre-printed stickers that have like the colors of the floss and everything. And I did that for my latest project. And I think I might go back and do that for the Greenwich Village project. It just, I'll show you that at some point, but that's so much easier. Looks like everybody wants me to stitch across on, I think it was Rainy Waterloo Place. Go across for the next page. All right, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close. Yeah, everybody wants me to go across on Rainy Waterloo Place. Florida Goods. Blended threads, make another floss card with multiple holes and put the leftover blended thread colors back on another card so you don't waste the thread. That is a fantastic way to do it. I am not that organized. I'm just not that organized. I'm still going to do the, when I get to it, I'll show you guys exactly how I have it in my head now, kind of how I want to do it. Organize those blended thread projects. Monica Wilkes has at least 10 projects going on at all times. Oh, you do diamond painting. If I was younger, meaning like if I was a kid, teenager, anything like that, I think I would have done diamond painting. I would have totally gotten into that, but I can't do it now because it takes away from cross stitch. You're so like me. Attention span is that of a fish. Can't even watch a movie without getting up 5 times the vacuum or do dishes or clean. That's actually me nowadays. That's me. Betty, 72, hopes she lives long enough to see Rainy Waterloo Place and the Apothecary Shop and some of the finishes. First of all, yes, you are going to live to see those. But now I have like extra pressure to get those done. Okay. I will. Nice. You guys are so sweet. I swear. You're so sweet. Meline Mew? It's French. I'm butchering it. The floss away bags. Where are my floss away bags? You mean like these? People use these. I know that Christine in a stitching shop uses this a lot to keep her to keep her floss. She actually gets mad at me when I, not gets mad at me, but in the past she's gotten mad at me for using bobbins. She thinks that it damages the thread a little bit, but also floss away. And I think I have a link to this also on my Amazon page, but these are great for, I'm using it right now for the dachshund piece. Actually, right up here, because I'm still working on it. Oh, wait, you guys want to see my Bears jersey? I actually threw it up here the other night because I was so tired. And I was hot, because it was hot in this house during the Bears game the other day. Where's my Bears jersey? So, I used to have an Urlacher jersey for the Bears, but Urlacher said so many, like, not cool things after he retired about the Bears that I'm just like, yeah, as much as I love you, dude, I can't support you like that. So, so I got my Bears jersey, but I got a Brian Piccolo jersey. And 41 is like my favorite number. There's a ton of reasons. One of them is because number 41 is one of my favorite Dave Matthews songs. But Brian Piccolo is, if you guys have ever heard of Brian's song, Brian Piccolo is the Brian in Brian's song. And if you've never seen the movie, highly recommend it. Billy D. Williams, what's the guy's name? The other guy. You guys know who I'm talking about. He played Brian Piccolo. But anyway, so I got the floss cards, and these are the floss cards for the dachshund piece. And so as I go through and find a symbol that I need, I disconnect it from here, and I put it in one of my floss away bags, and I very crudely write the number that corresponds to the number of that number, and then I draw a very crude picture of this. Now what I need to do is like copy these and just tape it onto here, but for right now this works for me. But yes, this is how I'm doing it. But yeah, floss away bags, they're a great way to keep things stored, because you could have like just a little container and put all your floss away bags for one particular project in just that, and it's just easy to carry around. Why does it seem it's getting lighter outside? It seems darker over here, but all right. Oh, it's getting later. I gotta go to work soon. Where am I? Kimberly Ray Flynn, my doggy pattern. You talking about the dachshund piece? I'm working on it. Working on it. All right. Sheila Norwood ordered Music Teacher House from Ronnie Rowe. That's awesome. Cross Stitch Addict. Again, you have a question. How do I do my rotation? I will get there. What count fabric do you use? Almost always 14 count. I used to always use 18, but 14 is just easier for me to see, and it just feels better in my hands. But I use 14, 18, you know, all different new things. All different new things, yeah. I need some food. I need some breakfast. Senorita Stitches! Thanks for commenting. Alright. Wow. Laura Green, my cousin gave me Starry Night for Christmas last year, and I have mapped it for 2019. You went ahead and gridded the whole thing out? Wow. I don't usually do that. I could see why somebody would, but I don't do that. The only thing that bugs me a little is the color changes. Oh my word, there are a lot. Yes, there are. You get used to it. You get used to it, you get a lot faster at it. People love the Tower of Babel project. Me too. Me too, crazies. Cather Clan wants me to stitch Rainy Waterloo Place diagonally. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would have such a, it would theoretically get messed up, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Huh, cool. So, Arrows Games 2018. It's an Instagram. Alright, I'll have to, I just put that up on my, as a, like, bookmarked it, so I'm gonna go take a look at that. Wait, and then now I've lost my, oh, now I lost my questions. Alright. I think somebody's going through and answering all these questions for me, which is awesome. I'm almost done, guys. I really am almost done. Helen Densmore wants to know how I grid my fabric. There's not really a super succinct way to say this other than to say that on my Stitch With Me videos, in the last month or two, I have shown some point in the videos, which doesn't help me. Maybe somebody can narrow it down for her. But, okay, I'm not going to answer that right now. I'm not going to type it in. I'll come back and type it in because I don't want to slow this video down because we're making progress. Man, I'm gonna write back to a few of the people that are commenting more in the last week because I can totally, in the last 4 or 5 days. Eric Carlson. All right, Laura Tyler. You got Eric Carlson. It's gonna be tough. Mary Skelton wants to know if I like to watch college football. Saturday is her stitching day because she loves to watch the college games, especially in the Big Ten. I watch Georgia and occasionally watch a little bit of everything else, but Saturday is half the day is work. I come home. I always seem to like take a nap. I don't always. I watch some. It really depends on the game, but there's so many commercials sometimes that I pop up and run. But so if you watch the Big Ten, who's your team? Please don't say Ohio State. Please don't say the Ohio State University. Anybody but them. I'm sorry. Oh man, Tammy Foles is a Saints fan. Go Saints! I do love the Saints. Drew Brees is class act. Oh, to be purple wants to know what equipment I use for my FlossTube videos, and I gotta tell you guys, it's so simplistic. I can't even tell you. Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you. I'll put that. I'll answer that question. It's a recent question, but I'll put the link down below. I think we're pretty much done here, guys. Carrie Ford looks like a new subscriber commenting. Thank you so much. Holy cow, I got another, I love it when someone writes to me in a foreign language because I think that's awesome. If I can kind of read Anna Puebla, I think she loves my videos. Sorry that she cannot write to me in English. Continue my work. She congratulates me. I'm not really sure exactly this one long. I think I missed something about not having the time to always stitch, but I will actually plug that into Google Translate and then write back to you. But I love it when I've had people write to me in Spanish and Portuguese and Russian. Google Translator is like the best. Susan Soloway is Australian. You like to follow Aussie rules football. I do like to follow. I mean, you're doing that. I actually watch some too. And I also like to watch rugby and things like that. Boogie Brady listening to, oh man, she watched like one of my really super old ones when I was wearing that Bears jersey. Holy cow, you got a lot of videos to watch, lady. A lot of videos. Delaney Dunavant just found my channel. Chicago Bears fan living in Dallas. Awesome, go Bears. Oh, Laura Tyler's also a Rams fan, LA Rams. I do love watching LA Rams. You guys got a great coach. All right, I think I am finishing up because I got to finish up. I got to go to work. I actually got to do something else today, believe it or not, besides talking deuce cross-stitching. So thank you so much. If you guys like this, I could do this periodically. Obviously, it doesn't have to be like a massively long video, but I think we talked about a lot of really good things today. Yeah, definitely, you know, let me know if you'd like more of these kinds of videos. We'll just throw them in periodically. You guys have a great rest of your day stitching. I hope you enjoy the weekly update that's coming, and I'll see you this weekend with the Stitch With Me. I got a lot of things to do. I got to get going. Oh, my goodness. Take care, guys. Keep stitching.